11 News, I'm Michael Sandlin. We're tracking multiple breaking stories on this Sunday, starting with one in South Toledo, where a Toledo police officer fired at a suspect. It happened just after 1 in the morning on Geneva and Arlington. According to police, a man with a rifle was approaching the Crocs bar, and police say he fired into the bar. No one was injured in the shooting. According to police, a responding officer witnessed 40-year-old Michael Thomas shooting into the bar, leading to the officer firing at Thomas but not hitting him. Thomas was arrested and charged with 2 counts of felonious assault. The officer in question has been placed on paid administrative leave, which TPD does whenever an officer fires a service weapon. And police in Maumee are investigating a fatal car crash. It happened near Fallen Timbers Mall on Russell Road and Stitt Road. According to the Maumee Police Department, a driver went left of center, causing a 2-vehicle crash on Saturday afternoon. The crash killed 1 adult driver and injured 5 others. Plus, new details right now on a fatal hit-and-run in Bedford Township. It happened in Erie on Smith Road. Officials say 43-year-old Erica Todd was walking along the side of the road in dark clothing when she was hit by a car that didn't stop. That led to Todd being left on the roadway, where 2 additional vehicles ended up striking her. Todd died at the scene. Plus, happening last night, 3 people died in a crash that brought traffic to a standstill on Route 64 in White House. According to the Ohio State Highway Patrol, a 2006 Pontiac G6 swerved on and off Waterville-Swanton Road, eventually hitting a tree and killing everyone in the car. It happened just before 8 last night. Officials say the driver was a male in his 20s and there were 2 passengers, a male and a female in their 50s. Officials say speeding was the cause of the crash. Gun violence and its far-reaching impact can affect families and communities for years, leaving a long-lasting mental toll. But there are organizations looking to help people process the pain. Dominique O'Neill has a story of a mother impacted by gun violence years ago who's now ready to share her story.
Coping with it is not easy. It actually seems like this just happened yesterday. It's one of those things that unfortunately never go away.
After 14 years, Sharon Henley is just now coming to terms with the loss of her only son, Darian Smith Jr., who lost his life to Toledo's gun violence back in 2010.
I lost my son when he was 20, April 24th, 2010. He was shot by someone that he actually grew up with in the neighborhood. And I lost him that day, unfortunately, to gun violence.
She joined the group Moms Demand Action just 1 year ago. It's a national grassroots effort to battle gun violence in communities throughout the nation. Prior to that, she held in her thoughts and feelings and didn't want to share her story. But after joining the organization, this gave her the strength to push ahead.
It's very devastating to even bring up, even today. And I can say that Moms Demand Action gave me a lot of strength and wanting me to speak up.
But for mothers like Sharon, there are resources to deal with this trauma. The supervisor of Mercy Health Toledo Trauma Recovery Center says there are specific ways people should deal with it.
So we also offer them outpatient supportive therapy to help them transition through however their loved one was impacted from crime. Sometimes it's a gunshot victim.
Shay Bankson is a clinical therapist and the owner of Premier Consulting Toledo. She's made it her mission to work with families who have been affected by trauma, including from gun violence. And she says it can be different for each person.
It doesn't have to be a major catastrophe. It's very unique and it's very individual to that person as to if something is traumatic or not.
While the impact can last for years, Henley urges parents or others affected by gun violence to get involved in the community and make a positive change.
Gun violence is one of those, as we have heard, an epidemic. So an epidemic that more people need to stand up and try to help and just be part of to try to make a difference.
The city of Maumee is responding to a fuel spill that's made its way into the Maumee River. A post on the city's Facebook page confirms they have dispatched emergency crews to try to tackle the issue and are working with EPA and the Coast Guard to assist with their response. City crews were working on the scene yesterday, confirmed the leak started yesterday, or 2 days ago rather, at Conant and the Anthony Wayne Trail, and they have absorbent material placed around the leak to try to control the spill. Our cameras caught video of the fuel leaking into the river. At this time, the city says they're still working to determine the exact cause of the leak.
Turning to that forecast, we are tracking some major changes in the weather pattern late in the week. We still have that alert day in effect for your Thursday. We'll call it a pattern shift with our first real taste of winter. It is going to be a cold, breezy day with wind chills in the 20s. Additionally, those first snowflakes of the season may fly, and that breeze is going to make it feel downright damp and cold. A really nice start to the work week, though. Monday's going to be milder and dry. Highs are going to be near 60 degrees. So if you enjoyed today's weather, you're going to like the look and feel of tomorrow, but even more sunshine on deck for your Monday. Temperatures are in the mid-50s for the remainder of your Sunday evening. 56 in Port Clinton, 56 in Toledo, 55 in BG, and mid-50s towards the Indiana-Ohio state line. There is a very weak cold front draped off to the north and west of us, and you will notice a little bit of green there on Doppler radar. An isolated sprinkle can't be ruled out, but I'm sure you noticed the thicker cloud cover rolling in before sundown. So where is our alert day storm system coming from? It's actually originating to the southwest. There is an impulse in the jet stream that is developing a storm near New Mexico and Texas. And you may be thinking, that doesn't sound like where cold air is going to be coming from. Well, that's going to provide the moisture and the energy for this storm. It's going to be tracking up towards the Midwest, and there's also going to be some cold air sinking down. So it's the interaction between this storm and a cold front that is going to produce that storm system. In the meantime, we do have a nice and quiet start to the work week. Temperatures out the door Monday morning are going to be in the 40s to already near 50 degrees. Into the afternoon, I do expect a high near 60. If you look at areas south of the Maumee River like Findlay, Upper Sandusky, and Ottawa, it's actually going to be a little warmer to the south of the metro. Dry and mild conditions. Winds are also going to be nice and calm at 0 to 5 miles per hour. So that calmer wind is going to make for a great day for raking leaves or putting up those holiday decorations in the evening after work. Planning out your Monday, high temperatures in the upper 50s to near 60. A mix of clouds and sunshine expected with more cloud cover rolling in after dark. And that forecast for hanging up the holiday decorations, it does turn showery again Tuesday morning. We're going to see a round of rain, scattered showers Wednesday, and of course that winter storm system on Thursday moving on through. So it originates to the southwest. It's going to be across the Great Plains by Monday. We're going to stay dry, but from Wichita down towards Dallas and Houston, it is going to be raining on Monday. Tuesday morning is going to be our first round of showers as this system pushes on through. Tuesday is actually going to be a very mild day. We're going to be in the mid-60s and breezy as well. Tuesday afternoon into Wednesday morning should be mainly dry, but then by Wednesday afternoon we start to see some showers. Now there's some of that cold air coming in on the backside of this system that I mentioned. That is going to enable a few wet snowflakes to mix in Wednesday night to Thursday, and this storm system intensifies over Lake Ontario, and that cold front does usher in the chance for some wet snowflakes. You may be wondering also, what about accumulation? I think the roads are just going to be wet, but there is a slight chance for a brief dusting on grassy surfaces, although accumulation really not going to be much, if any. Those alert day feels likes or wind chills are going to dip down to the low 30s near freezing Wednesday night, and by Thursday there is a chance that wind chill plunges into the 20s with a taste of winter on deck. Enjoy the mild and dry start to the work week. Rain is going to be likely Tuesday morning. Also, how about that temperature of 64 degrees? Wednesday could also feature scattered showers. Rain is going to become more likely again Wednesday evening into Wednesday night, and that'll signal that storm system. And there's the alert day, bright and red for you, with weather of impact expected Thursday. The wind, the cold, the rain and snow. Yeah, it might not stick around very long, but it's still going to be a bit of a shock to the system after how mild this fall has been. A couple isolated rain and snow showers may linger into the day Friday, with a 40% chance for the Toledo Zoo lights before Christmas, and the BG holiday parade Saturday is also going to be colder. Temperatures do stay on the cooler side into the week of Thanksgiving, with perhaps a few more chances for some rain. Michael?
All right, thanks, John. Relief efforts for the hurricane damage in North Carolina are still in effect here in Lucas County. The Church of St. Andrew filled flood buckets, packing 5-gallon buckets full of cleaning supplies. The flood buckets allow those impacted that have cleanup to do to get started without worrying about picking up the supplies themselves. This is an effort through the United Methodist Community of Relief, helping victims all throughout the country.
We like to think of ourselves as a church family, that we come and we lift each other up, but that doesn't just stop here inside our building. It goes out to other folks who are in need, who need a helping hand. And so we're so pleased to share God's love, not just inside our walls, but with those outside of it as well.
There are ways to contribute to the cause all year round. You can find a link to do so at WTOL.com. Well, kids weren't the only ones who got to see Santa this year. Pets got to see him too.
Hello, everyone.
Santa Claus visited health markets in Sylvania, taking photos with pet owners' furry friends. The photo op was also a fundraiser, with the proceeds going to the Nature's Nursery.
It has been fantastic. The animals that's been through here, the cats, the dogs, it's so exciting. I'm still waiting to see my duck from last year. Lucas was so cute. Oh my gosh, but I tell you, all the dogs are absolutely wonderful to see.
Around 45 pets were brought in to see Santa, including cats and dogs. The magic of Christmas brought paintings and sculptures from the Toledo Museum of Art to life. Well, something should be kicking in. This is portrayed through the ballet, A Night Before Christmas at the museum. The story is a little girl who finds a ballerina statue in a gift bag, and then the statue comes to life. The ballerina then leads the little girl through the museum, meeting a queen, a mummy, and the thinker. She also meets Commodore Perry, portrayed by WTOL 11's very own chief meteorologist, Chris Vickers. Handmade Toledo held its fall Makers Mart this weekend. Over 70 local and regional vendors set up shop inside the store. There were all kinds of art on sale, including ceramics, paintings, and holiday-themed gifts. The Makers Mart also gave artists a chance to meet the community face to face.
We have so many great artists in this city, and just like standing kind of back and just gazing around this room, you see that all in one spot. And you see folks who are excited to talk to each other, and you get to meet the folks who are making the things that you are taking home. And that connection and that community is everything to us as a business, but also as like individuals on a personal level too.
Handmade Toledo has held the Makers Mart biannually since 2012. This weekend was Equality Toledo's 4th annual Flaunt Fashion fundraiser. The theme was A Night at the Moulin Rouge. Dozens of models took the stage, sporting outfits from local and regional designers. Some of the outfits shown were designed by students from the Toledo School for the Arts. For the organizers, Flaunt is more than just a fashion show.
It's been able to help Equality Toledo grow. We can add more to our resources to offer the LGBTQ community. So that's the biggest part about this. We're excited we're in a new venue this year, so events like these help us to do the things we need to do to better inform our community about what's going on.
And our very own Kaylee Marin-Tech got to walk the runway. We are now just 1 week out from the start of the Lights Before Christmas at the Toledo Zoo, and WTOL 11 wants to send you and your family. From now until next Friday, you can enter to win a behind-the-scenes experience at the Toledo Zoo for 6 people. That means getting up close and personal with the African elephants, the brown bears, and the penguins. You can enter once per day. Just text contest to 419-248-1100 for the link to enter. And don't forget, we're kicking off the Lights Before Christmas season live right here on WTOL 11 next Friday. Coverage begins at 5 p.m. leading up to the tree lighting. The Lights Before Christmas runs until December 31st and will feature more than 1 million lights, the big tree, and more than 200 illuminated animal images. Head over to WTOL.com for more information on how you can reserve your ticket today. And speaking of the zoo, it's time to let everyone know it has the best Christmas lights in the country. Voting continues for USA Today's 10 Best Zoo Lights. You can vote once a day until December 2nd. We have a link to do so over at WTOL.com. Just click on our links mentioned on air tab to vote. The zoo is currently in 3rd place. WTOL 11's Gift of Joy Toy Drive is all about giving back to children in Lucas County foster care. Now through December 20th, bring new unwrapped toys to any drop-off location. The greatest needs are gifts for newborns and gift cards for teens. You can text the word JOY to 419-248-1100 for a list of all the drop-off locations.
Oh, the holidays coming up fast, just a little over a week away from Thanksgiving, and the weather not really feeling like it today. It was a pretty nice weekend day, and the nice mild weather is going to continue for your Monday. Next rain chance, that's going to come in Tuesday morning, so you want the umbrella for the bus stop and the morning drive. A couple scattered showers also possible Wednesday, but it's all eyes on Thursday. That's when temperatures are going to start dropping, the wind is going to kick up, and it is going to feel downright frigid, especially after how mild this fall has been. A couple rain and snow showers lingering for Toledo Zoo Lights highlights before Christmas. I know they're only third in the ranking, but they're number one in my book.
That's right, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you grab your winter coat, and we'll see you tonight at 11.